Bitcoin, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. Before we start the analysis, just I need to highlight that sometimes, the subscribers, they cannot get the notification because of the YouTube, since the number of the video I upload a day is more than 3. That's why I create the Telegram group they can refer to, because whatever the video I upload on YouTube, I share in the Telegram, they can join there in the Telegram or Twitter. Then because I share the videos there, they can get the notification faster, or they can refer to the playlist because I create a playlist. At least they see the latest update from there. Anyway, we start with daily chart. We start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, when we see this move, I mentioned we can expect to get the flat for price to drop. And exactly this is what we get, because I mentioned I'm expecting to get the flat to get one more drop. Then from there, we can see the divergence. That's why I mentioned if we want from buy from here, we need to have the proper management. And mostly we prefer for the price to drop. This is exactly as what I explained. No one see what's the next. Mostly we can expect the price to consolidate here for a longer time before we get the reversal. That's why if you refer to the daily chart I mentioned, we can expect the price to consolidate here for a longer time before we get the reversal. As we can see, the price reverse and drop. Okay, that's why I mentioned whoever wants to look for buy, they should, based on lower time frame, they should have a proper trade setup, and any trade for buy is a short term. And right now we move to forward chart. And beside that, based on forward chart, I was keep highlighting about this one turn to a flat. And exactly as what we can see here, because what we had here was a really corrective move. And that's what we expected the price drop, as I was keep highlighting about this correction. Now the price drop, but we don't have any information still based on indicators for the reversal. That's why I mentioned we can expect the price to consolidate here for a longer time. Even there is a possibility for the price to retest 32K. Then what do we need to look for? Sell or buy? Still, for if we want to look for trade, we prefer to look for buy. Okay, as we can see, almost the price dropped to lowest price of this correction. That's why when the price was at the top, I mentioned we don't want to buy at the top of this correction. All right. Now, when we say how we can look for trade, as we can see, we get the correction, price drop. Then we want to see whether we can look for buy or not. And based on forward chart, we don't have any trade set up. And if we move to 1 hour chart, as we can see, we have a flat here. All right. And if we refer to the indicators, both of them showing us a divergence. All right. That means from now, if we get a flag, we can look for continuation. But any trade for sell is a short term. Mostly we will prefer to look for buy. All right. Because already we have an internal flat as a 1, 2, 3. We have a divergence. Then it doesn't mean the price can continue reverse from here. Still, we can look for the price can retest even 32K. Okay, but any sell is a short-term sell. For long term, we want to look for buy. All right. That's why when the price was here, I mentioned we want to see the reversal as a sharp move, but there was no reversal. We get the flat. No, we want to look for trade. We don't have any trade set up. We have to see the correction here. As I mentioned, mostly we can expect the price to consolidate here for a longer time before we get the reversal. That's why right now we cannot look for any trade, either buy or sell. But if we get a correction here, we can look for continuation. But short is if we want to look for sell, it's a short-term trade. All right. Now we want to see whether we can look for reversal or not. Since based on 1 hour chart, we have a divergence, but based on forward chart, we don't have any divergence yet. Okay. In this case, we don't have any trade setup for long term. We still be looking for buy. The only thing is we have to get the trade set up before we take the trade. Having entry above any of this is not a really good idea, but the only thing is we need to see the reversal as a sharp move, like is there based on 1 hour chart or 15-minute. See what we have based on 15-minute. We don't have any trade setup, and what we see here mostly is a continuation for price to drop as a short-term trade. But what we have here is a divergence. And how about the MACD? MACD also is showing us a divergence. In this case, if we get a trade for buy, we will be more interested. But I need to highlight here is if we want to look for buy, we're looking for the reversal as a sharp move, not the corrective move, because the price haven't retested the previous low. Okay, but we don't need to wait for the price to retest the base on forward chart. We don't need to wait for the price to retest 32K. Okay, but we need to know that if we want to look for buy, there is a possibility. That's why if we get any reversal, we need to look for a reversal as a sharp move. Anyway, we don't have any trade set up. We just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.